this day you have made for us. We pray today for the Madison County Fair Board, for Brett Dio and his promotion. We pray today for safety for the drivers, for the pit crew, for every track official. We also pray, Father, for each individual here, for their safe return home this evening. We pray all these things tonight in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Wilkie. And now, ladies and gentlemen, on this Memorial Day holiday weekend, as we remember those who laid down their life and those who are still currently serving, those in the military, past and present, we remember them on this Memorial Day holiday weekend. We remember our beautiful flag, the Old Glory, Stars and Stripes. We remember our country as we pay tribute to them all with our national anthem. Would you please welcome our series starter, Joe Chris, as he performs the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Joe Chris. Thank you very much, Pastor Wilkie. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming out tonight here at the Brookfield Speedway Memorial Day 2025, the 2025 season opener, Fast Cars and Freedom. We're going to send it upstairs now to Leon Andrus as we get ready to go in just a moment with our first qualifying heat of the evening.
Well, thanks, Jeff. Well, moist your foot down and working that in now for these first qualifying heats of the evening. Heat action in, and we got plenty of features. The Enduro to close out the show. We're glad you're here with us on a Memorial Day weekend, the way to end the weekend here. Finally, a little bit of sunshine during the day.
600 and then Pro Stocks. Are they going to be a couple minutes? Do you want to go another commercial? Yeah, I can. Track crew is finishing up their prep work at the hot laps. We're going to step aside for a quick break on FloRacing. You're watching the Bob Hilbert Sportswear Short Track Super Series Manson Overhead Door Sportsman from the Brookfield Speedway. After I threw it up here, I thought, oh, darn, music go to a commercial after that. Practice has been March since we did this, man.
So we're back from commercial break on FloRacing here at the Brookfield Speedway. Waiting for the track crew to finish up their final touches. 600cc modifieds will be the first out for their qualifying heats on Hustlin' the Highway Series. If you're looking for 50-50 tickets, don't be shy. Just raise your hand. You got to be in it to win it. The 50-50 sellers are out and about. Half the money goes to you to elect the winner. The other half goes to the Driver's Point Fund. A lot of info being passed around down there on the flag stand. Hello. $5 worth, I guess.
Those of you tuning in on Flow, you can see a cool shot from the infield looking out at the part of the Madison County Fairgrounds here, part of the Speedway and the Fairgrounds facility. Right now we've got about 59 degrees, a light breeze about 10 miles an hour, partly cloudy here in Brookfield. Some dark clouds passing us by to the south. So hopefully that is out of its system and we won't have to worry about that. Track crew wrapping up their work. We got 3 heats for the 600cc modifieds, which will be followed by 1 heat for the Pro Stocks, 3 heats for the Short Track Super Series Sportsman. The Slingshots will have a single heat, and then we'll have 2 heats for the 4 cylinders. That will complete all qualifying. There will be no consolations tonight, and then we'll go right into our feature events. The first feature event will be the 600cc modifieds, followed by the Short Track Super Series Fast Cars and Freedom 25-lap feature. 600cc's will be 20, Sportsman will be 25, Pro Stocks will be 20. The Slingshot feature will be 15. 4-cylinder feature will be 20, and the Enduro will be 50 laps to round out the night's program. Again, we were originally supposed to be here last night, but all the rain all last week was a little too much for the fairgrounds to hold, so it's still a little soggy at places, especially in the pit area and the infield. But the track crew doing a pretty nice job to get the racetrack back together, especially since they had a little sunshine yesterday and today to help get things together. So we're just about ready to kick off our North region for the Madsen Overhead Doors 602 Sportsman. We had our Dirt Draft Hot Laps, our Fastline Performance Hot Lap Hero, and our Penske Racing Shock Opening Ceremonies. Don't forget the white flag when it waves for the Sportsman, sponsored by the Exotic brand. The Exotic brand, established in 2019, is a multimedia public relations company based in upstate New York. The Exotic brand striving to set a standard in the industry with a modern and unique approach to your idea every time, offering PR management, social media content, graphic design, business management, and more. We strive to change the way your world is viewed. Like the Exotic brand on Facebook or at the Exotic brand _ on Facebook. Of course, Bicknell Racing Products sponsoring Victory Lane when the checkered flag drops at every 2025 Short Track Super Series event. Drivers will be celebrating in Bicknell Racing Products Victory Lane. Bicknell Racing Products got its start when Pete Bicknell was in high school building his first race car. More than 40 years later, the St. Catharines, Ontario chassis manufacturer has developed into the industry leader with the state-of-the-art equipment and facilities in St. Catharines, Ontario and Niagara Falls, New York. Visit them on the web at bicknellracingproducts.com or like Bicknell Racing Products on Facebook. Our series title sponsor, Bob Hilbert Sportswear, boasting more than a half-century of providing the finest in screen-printed and embroidered apparel. Based in Boyertown, Pennsylvania, Bob Hilbert Sportswear, specializing in the racing industry along with schools, commercial, and corporate work. Their fundraising option is a great program for organizations and companies to raise awareness and funds. Check Bob Hilbert out on the web at bobhilbert.com or do some shopping on the online store at bobhilbertshop.com. Sunoco, the official fuel for the Short Track Super Series, the largest manufacturer of racing gasolines in the world. Sunoco Race Fuels has a 40-year track record of winning performances with an expanded product line. Sunoco offering drivers more choices than ever before. Learn more at SunocoRaceFuels.com. Sunoco Race Fuels is proud to present the Short Track Super Series start and restart zone and the checkered flag. And American Racer is the official tire known for their quality, durability, repeatability, and value. American Racer tires boasting a tradition of craftsmanship and innovation dating back to 1915. American Racer, race, win, repeat. Visit the official American Racer website at AmericanRacerOnline.com. All right, Leon, 600 mods are coming out. Here we go, heat number 1.
Heat race number 1 of the 600cc modifieds, hustling the Highway Series. It's going to go away like this, starting on a pole out of Norwich, New York. Driving the 24 is Talon Oliver. Oliver in a 24. His outside, Adam Dahl out of Red Creek, New York. Dahl in the 49. Second on the inside, Charles Lohmeyer out of Binghamton, New York in the number 5. And his dancing partner out of Newark Valley, New York in the 29A is J.J. Tuttle. Tuttle in the 29A. Starting third row on the inside, the 99L, that's Justin Ledoux. Ledoux out of Berkshire, New York. And on the outside, Owen Massau out of Hastings, New York in the double deuce. Last row on the inside, the 17J, that's James Randall out of Whitney Point, New York. And on the outside, it's Marty Evans, or Marty Eves out of Norwich, New York. And I believe coming around for the white this time.
It's going to be the exit of turn 4 there where it says start and the start sign there. That's your initial start point. 8 laps is the distance here tonight.
So we called for 8.
Green next time.
We got 2, 4, 6. All 8 of them are out there.
We're going to come around the green next time and good luck.
8 laps the distance. All the cars will qualify. No consolation. I would believe the top 4 probably get a handicap. Oh, we're going heads up. The series goes heads up. Okay, here we go. I stand corrected.
Now these guys do their own, I'm told, Leon, so
Yep.
they're going to do the top 3. I'll go to the redraw.
Front row fires. That last sign is turn number 4 coming green this time. 3 laps.
The start zone down here, you can see where it says start. That's where the cars need to start side by side. And no green. That's going to be a no start. Going to be a no start. The 24 of Talon Oliver.
Get packed back up. We'll come right back to it. Second sign in turn 4. We're going to come back.
Little premature acceleration here on Memorial Day for Talon Oliver in the 24.
Coming to it this time. Thank you guys.
All right, take 2. It looks like we're ready to go right here.
Green is out.
Talon Oliver and Adam Dahl, here they come.
Down the front straightaway, down to turn number 1. Oliver with a slight advantage with the 24. Way down deep, that's Lohmeyer with the number 5. Way on the outside, he got a little bit out of shape and slid up the speedway. That's Adam Dahl in that number 49 machine.
Charles Lohmeyer now in second spot, trying to catch the leader as they head down the straightaway. 3-car battle now for that third spot in the last redraw position.
Yeah, running that third spot right now, and the hot spot, if you will. That's the...
Here comes your leader off the corner, Talon Oliver down the straightaway. Lohmeyer is in second spot, the 29A of A.J. Tuttle now third.
A.J. Tuttle, a youngster, just getting involved a couple years ago. He's been on the improve week in and week out and doing a good job right now in that final redraw spot. But we got a whole host of cars coming right behind them to try to take that spot away. The top 2, they've drawn away from the rest of the field.
99L, Justin Ledoux now in fourth spot. Ledoux trying to catch up to Tuttle and grab that third spot. Here they come, 2 to go.
Oliver got a little bit out of shape coming out of 4 that time. Got closed in, but straightened it up and got a good run. Now able to pull away from second place, Charles Lohmeyer.
That was actually halfway. Leading the way, Talon Oliver out of Norwich. Oliver getting a little bit further away from his second place challenger down the straightaway, Charles Lohmeyer, in second, losing a little ground on the leader. That battle for third is now a 4-car race.
Yeah, Ledoux went inside down the backstretch, then came around, tried to go to the top side, and he was able to hold him off. That was A.J. Tuttle. We'll see what happens here as they come around. Parallel sticks are in the air. Hang on! A.J. Tuttle sliding him up the speedway. So you're in my way!
Yeah, and while they did that, the 22 of Owen Mossau was able to take advantage and drive by both of them.
Yeah, we got two cars were battling. They both went back, and two guys able to get by. White flag out one more time around.
Lohmeyer is taking over the lead spot. Now Lohmeyer leading the way over Oliver. Here comes the checker.
Lohmeyer picking up the win as he was able to get around. The second place car of Taylor and Oliver ended up second. Who's going to get this third spot? There you go. It's the double deuce of Owen Mossau out of Hastings, New York, who took big advantage of that miscue there going into 3 and 4. So qualifying heat race number 1 for the 600cc modifieds. There they are. Heat number 2, and here's Jeff.
Driving out of Cortland, the 08 is Allison Rushlow, and alongside out of Liverpool, the 04D is Anthony DeSimone. Row 2 inside out of Whitney Point, the 17C is Chelsea Beebe, and alongside out of Groton, the 99S is Cameron Searles. Third row back inside out of Cortland, the 108 is Ali Scott, and alongside from Chemung, driving the 80 is Tyler Talada. Final starting spot from McGraw, the 28 is Samuel Hubbard. 7 cars scheduled in this one. Again, 8 laps. Top 3 go to the redraw for the 600cc Hustle on the Highway Series. 3 heats. This is heat 2.
All 7 are out there.
Start will be at that second yellow sign in turn 4. The Sunoco start point.
Looking over this line, the lineup here, the whole field here tonight. There's 3 ladies in the 600s here tonight. During the first 3 rows on the inside in this 8. Allison Rushlow, Chelsea Beebe, and Allie Scott.
All right, lights are out. We're ready to go here at the Madison County Fairgrounds Brookfield Speedway Fast Cars and Freedom season opener. Ready to go.
Side by side in turn 4. Side by side, looks like a good start. The green is out, hammers are down. They go down hard into turn number 1. On the outside, that was Anthony DeSimone grabbing that early advantage as he takes it down into turn number 3.
Cameron Searles in the 99 has quickly moved to position number 2 as they work off the corner. Searles is in second spot, the 80 of Tyler Tuttle now third.
The battle right there, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Said the top 3, they said redraw for this series. The 99 right there of Searles, he's hanging on to 2nd. Somebody's going to the top side, going to try to get around, get that 3rd spot. Got up a little too high. Didn't pick up what car that was.
2-car battle for 2nd down the back straightaway now. Searles is being pushed now by Talada down the back into the corner. They battle for 2nd and 3rd.
Talada down on the inside, trying to battle back to take that 2nd spot away. But out front, Anthony DeSimone all by himself as he's trying to drive away from the field here.
17C Chelsea Beebe in 4th spot, trying to get in the challenge for that 3rd position. 4 down and 4 to go as they work into the corner. Can Beebe get that 3rd spot?
Cross flags, that was halfway. They come out of the turn this time. It's going to be 5 and 3 to go. Again, it's all DeSimone showing the way. The battle is for 2, 3, 4. Now the 108 of Ali Scott going to try to get in the battle. There's battling up there to battle with Chelsea Beebe.
Way out in front is your leader coming out of turn number 4. Down the straightaway, the 04 of Anthony DeSimone.
Scott now to the inside, and that 108, little rubbing at each other right there. And got the The other one up and out of the groove, but time is running out to get into the top 3, but she's on the move with that 108 machine.
The 04, Anthony DeSimone continuing to lead the way by a quarter of a straightaway. The 99 still second. That's Searles as they work down the back for the final time.
Coming out of the turn, the win easily going to go to Anthony DeSimone. Second going to go to Talita. Gets third. Second was Cameron Searles. Those are your 3 to go to the redraw. Just out of the money was the 108 of Allie Scott. Heat number 2 will go pit side. Heat number 3 going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, Kyle Perry out of Fulton, New York, and a 3:14 now on the outside. TJ Smith out of Oxford in the 101. James Dietz out of Fulton, New York, and a 44 and a 134 of Harold Oliver out of Oxford. Third row on the inside, the 23H, that's Leon Poirier out of Whitney Point, New York. And on the outside, Aiden Miller out of Middletown, PA, in the 53 junior. And bringing up the back of the pack in the 94 is Casey Dahl out of Red Creek. Called for 7, we got 7, 8 laps is the distance. Nice slow pace down the backstretch. They get to the start zone. They need to be side by side. Next time, it's going to go white this time. Giving them, tell them where that start zone is when they go by. Take a good peeky, a good look-see at it.
Ladies and gentlemen, when we get to nightfall tonight here at the Speedway and it's time to turn the track lights on, you'll be seeing a little bit of a surprise because the Madison County Fairgrounds and the Fair Board have added, or changed to, I should say, all new LED lighting here at the Speedway. So that'll be something to look forward to when we get to nightfall tonight and turn the lights on. Here we go, heat number 3.
Here they come. Green is out. And they're pacing down the front straightaway. Down into turn number 1, side by side, the top 2. The outside line working just a tad favor. STJ Oliver in the 101 grabbing that early advantage. Down on the inside, that's Kyle Perry in the 314.
Off the corner here.
Contact.
Yeah, a little contact down the straightaway. 314 to Kyle Perry, running in the number 2 spot as they work out of the corner now. 44 trying to move up. James Dice down the back straightaway in 4th, trying to grab 3rd spot with 3 going to the redraw.
Your leader pulling away just a little bit down the front straightaway. We got a battle going on here between a couple cars. The 94 machine trying to work to the inside and was able to get, no, didn't quite get by the number 23 machine. Hang on, whoop on the high side. He's going to maintain your top spot.
TJ Smith getting a little wide that time out of turn number 4, maintaining the number 1 spot. 2nd spot as they work down the back straightaway right now is solidly in possession. Working through the corner, Howard Oliver out of the turn. Oliver running in the number 2 spot. Actually, it's Kyle Perry. I'm sorry. Perry is in 2nd. Working down the back stretch.
The 44 is trying to close in. Might they be able to take a shot to get into that redraw, but he's going to have to pick the pace up there from where it is right now as they come by here. They just clicked off lap 5. That means there's 3 to go, and the leader's setting a whale of a pace out there.
Yeah, Smith continuing to lead the way. Perry 2nd, Harold Oliver, the 134, running in 3rd spot. Off the corner for the 2-lap signal. Looks like the top 3 now are pretty well set. Here comes the 44 off the corner of James Dice, trying to make a run for that last redraw spot. We're into the final 2 circuits.
5th and 6th is where the battle is right now. And down on the inside, the 94 is still trying to get by the number 23 machine of Leon Poirier. Casey Dahl trying to work him, but 1 lap to go as they work it down the backstretch. It's been all TJ Smith out of Oxford. He's going to take the black and white silks. And then second and third, don't believe there's going to be a change. They're going to bring it home. Kyle Perry grabbing the third spot right behind Harold Oliver in the 134.
Checker is out. Checker is out. Checker is out. You can exit number 4. Let the next heat race out. And then roll with pro stop. You can head to the video. Thank you.
All right, 600cc Modifieds completing their 3 qualifying heats. They'll be ready for their feature a little bit later on. They will have the first feature of the evening. The Pro Stocks rolling out on the Speedway, sponsored here by Anderson Towing and Recovery. Anderson Towing and Recovery sponsoring the Pro Stocks. After the draw, going from the pole position out of West Winfield, the 35, Kenny Gates, and alongside out of Waterville, the 13 is George Cushman. Second row out of Mohawk, the 44R, Ray Richer, and alongside from Gloversville, the 9B is Slater Baker. Third row from Rotterdam, the 93, Nick Stone. Outside out of Gloversville, the 2H, Luke Horning. And the final starting spot out of West Winfield, the 39 is Haley Gates. That's your starting grid, 7 cars, 8 laps of distance. All transfer to the feature. This one will be a heads-up start for the main event.
There you go, heads up for the Pro Stocks here.
50-50 here in the grandstand. They'll be pulling that a little bit later on tonight. As Leon said, you can't win unless you're in. It doesn't pay unless you play.
A couple sellers are out there. So if you see one of those sellers, you know, Ashley's out and about. I'm not sure who the other one is, but she's out and about. And you got them, get them. Out of the turn they come. Kenny Gates on the inside. Going to take that early advantage here over George Cushman. Looks like one of the 93, Nick Stone, looks like out of commission. Yellow coming out. So Nick Stone out of Rotterdam.
So yellow out for the disabled number 93 on the back straightaway, Nick Stone. 1 lap is officially in, 7 laps remaining in our Pro Stock qualifier. Up next will be our 3 qualifying heats for the Madsen Overhead Doors Short Track Super Series Sportsman. That will be coming up next. Again, Madsen Overhead Doors, the title sponsor for the Sportsman North Region. Belmont's Garage, the Sportsman South Region sponsor. The Modifieds High Torque of New York, the North Region sponsor. And New Jersey Quality Drywall, the Modified South Region sponsor for the Short Track Super Series. Thanks again to Madsen Overhead Doors of Spencertown, New York. A recognizable name in Northeast Modified Racing. Madsen Overhead Doors has been founded, owned, and operated for 4 generations since 1954, offering residential, commercial, industrial, and loading dock equipment along with all garage door needs. A fleet of 18 sales, service, and installation trucks are equipped daily for installations and service. Madsen Overhead Doors covering the Capital District of New York, parts of the Hudson Valley, the Berkshires of Massachusetts, Litchfield County, Connecticut, Bennington County, Vermont, and surrounding areas. Madsen Overhead Doors, located on State Route 203 in Spencertown, New York, can be found on the web at MadsenOverheadDoors.com or give them a call at 518-392-3883. Madsen Overhead Doors Sportsman coming up with their heats after the Pro Stocks.
So a bad break for Nick Stone, who pushed it into the pit area. Hopefully they'll be able to get that, whatever's wrong with it, get it out there for tonight's feature go. But we got 1 lap in and a restart coming out of the turn right there at the restart zone. Gates back on the accelerator. Cushman up on the outside. Down on the inside. That's the number 9 machine, 9B if you will, of Slater Baker, trying to work around the 2H of cousin Luke Horning.
Kenny Gates, the defending champion at the Fonda Speedway, leads the way off the corner. George Cushman not letting Gates run away to high. Cushman right there behind Gates out of the corner.
Cousin Luke right there running in the third spot, the number 9, B of Slater Baker. Hang on. These late models really pick up that left front wheel when they come out of the turn, just the nature of how they're set up.
Slater Baker trying to put the pressure on Luke Horning. Remember, every position you gain is another starting spot further front in the feature tonight. Here comes Gates leading the way down the front.
Baker a little bit out of shape as he come out of the turn that time. But it's all Kenny Gates showing the way, and his Pope number 35. He's been at this game for a long time. Hang on, Cousin Luke. Oh, Cousin Luke getting a little piece of the 9B of Slater Baker, taking advantage up on the outside.
Yeah, Cousin Luke got in a little hot there, got into the back of Cushman, and that allowed Slater Baker to slide by. Here comes Cousin Luke back after him out of the corner, side by side.
Cousin Luke pushing it down on the inside. It is a heads-up start, so right now he says, I don't want, look at all these cars in front of me. White flag right now coming out. It's all Ken Gates. It's gonna. That's who they'll be chasing come feature time. Down the back stretch they go. Down into turn number 3 when they come out of 4. Looking at the black and white silks first will be the 35 of Kenny Gates. Looking at it next is the 39, but that don't count. And it's the 13 of George Cushman. And then it's the 9B of Slater Baker. 39 is the lap car. We'll get credit for just learning the trade, so doing a good job in that car. Haley Gates out of West Winfield, I believe a niece or of Kenny Gates or.
All right, Sportsman, Short Track Super Series Madison overhead door Sportsman coming out. Here's the lineup for heat number 1. Pole position will be the Fitzpatrick Family Auto Sales 58 of Johnny Fiegels, and alongside of him, driving in the Williams Construction 123, Dale Weldy. Second row, the Klinger Power Sports 9K, Blaine Klinger. Alongside of him, the Stones Pharmacy, M&J Construction 27 of Michael Ballestero. Row 3 will find the Pocono Transportation 349 of Garrett Chillett, and alongside of him, driving in the 225, that's the double Axe Stone Company 225 of Derek Schaefer. Fifth and final row, driving the Jocks Automotive 03, Joshua Jock. And the final starting position, driving in the 927 Racing 88T, is Scott Torbett. 10 cars scheduled, 8 laps. 6 will transfer to the feature. And 4 will go to the redraw, which tonight we will do at the Short Track Super Series trailer. So there you go, Leon. 10 cars. Are they all out there?
8.
8 scheduled, I'm sorry.
That's the other 10.
The other 10? Okay. 4 rows of 2 is 8. So we're ready to go.
We're not. We don't have a flag.
Where's he at?
We'll be back in a minute or so. Flagger
We're
went
doing
haywire.
a little switch. Short Track Super Series Joe Chris making his way up to the top. They're taking turns between the back stretch and the front stretch.
Top 4 are going to go to the redraw. Redraw will be held at the series trailer. Top 4 are all going to go to the scale. We're coming to green this time. Thanks everybody for being part of this on a holiday Monday. We appreciate it. We're coming to green. Hurry up.
Lights are out. We're getting ready to go green. Here they come into the Sunoco starting zone. Watch them now. Here they come.
Fagels on the inside, Wally on the outside. Youngster against one of the veterans for a long time. Dale Weldy's been behind the wheel of a race car. Klinger back there in third. Like I said, there's been two other ones of these series races. Hang on. Tell them to crank them up.
Down the back straightaway now, Welty making a bid for the lead. Welty to the inside of Fiegels, making the number 1 spot now out of turn number 4. Here comes Klinger. Klinger now moves into contention, and we got a 3-car battle.
Klinger right there, third. Still running as a Sportsman. He's switching, going to modifieds at Afton this season if they ever get racing. But right now doing a good job. The only guy that's been in the top 5 here the 2 races prior here. So he's looking to keep that streak alive. 349 right there in that final redraw spot. That's Garrett Shalat out of Springbrook, PA.
Charging into the turn, Welty's got the lead, Fiegels second. Klinger is in third, down the back straightaway, and the 349 of Garrett Chillett up from 5th spot. He's in 4th. Again, 4 going to the redraw out of the corner.
Out of Steros, so it was pretty hot, or pretty quick in the fast time. Sort of a little bit off the pace here in 5th, but he's quite a ways back to challenging for a redraw spot, if you will.
Here's the 2-lap signal out of the turn right now. Welty, who had that 1-lap side-by-side battle with Fiegels to get the lead, is maintaining it but not running away to hide down the back straightaway. We'll get the exotic brand white flag. 1 lap to go this time.
Welty in the 1, 2, 3, working it through turn number 4. All 4 of them getting through there right. Schaefer, he went pit side with the 225 machine, but they work it down the back stretch for the final time. Down into turn number 3. Out of Dale Welty in the 1, 2, 3, picking up the win out of Montour Falls. Coming in second is the 58 of Fiegels. Third is Klinger and the 9K, and coming home in 4th, the 349 of Garrett Shillett. Those 4 go to the redraw. Everyone else will go in the way they went across the start-finish line. There you have heat race number 1. There they are.
Next heat race rollout, we're going to pack the top.
All right.
Next heat race rollout, we're going to pack the top.
Heat race number 2 going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving at 12P, that's Connor Prokop out of Middleburg, New York. And on the outside, a series regular out of Woodall, New York, George Schweikert in the number 12. Garrett Hackett out of Baldwinsville, New York, in the 82H goes away second row inside. On the outside, another series regular, Dylan Madsen out of Spencertown, New York. Third row on the inside, the 38 special, that's Jared LaBall out of Middletown, New York. And on the outside, second generation driver out of Addison, New York, Kenny Peoples Jr. Josh Andrews out of Munnsville, New York, in the 25X goes away 4th. And on his outside, a former top competitor here at the Speedway out of South Plymouth, New York, driving the number 4 is Jim Rocky Rothwell. 8 cars scheduled. I see 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 of them out there. 8 laps is the distance. 4 qualify.
8 and not 10, right?
8, yes.
All right. All right, heat number 2 ready to go for the Madison Overhead Door North Region Sportsman. Hey, shout out there. Kenny Peoples Jr. is out there. He was last year's overall American Racer Cup Sportsman champion. Again, American Racer Cup. All the racetracks in the Northeast modified and sportsman racing community that use American Racer tires have the American Racer Cup competition where the drivers race at their own home track and compete against drivers from other tracks by just racing at their own home track. And last year, the overall best sportsman driver in the American Racer Series was Kenny Peoples Jr. out of Addison, New York. We're ready to go with heat number 2.
Green is out. Prokop in the inside, grabbing the early advantage. He slid up just a little bit. Look at the move in the back. Kenny Peoples Jr. did a big move going all the way up to 4th. Still looking for more as they motoring on. A little bit of a hosky down there.
Charging into the turn, battle for the lead. Prokop has it out of the turn, down the back straightaway. Hackett sticks his nose underneath, trying